Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are reacting to another one of your requests. This one is sponsored, brought to you by user Snake Whisperer 1. I think I got the digits right. I should have looked that up before I started this video. So if I'm wrong, my apologies, but it'll be right in the description. So this was originally requested, and then Snake Whisperer thought, you know what? I don't mind helping out the channel a little bit, and I want to see this video and see his reaction sooner, so we moved it to the top of the list here. So I don't know anything about this song other than it's supposed to be really good, and it's by Rolling Quartz, of course. You already saw that by clicking on the video. Now, after Rebold, I was sold. Like, yeah, I'm totally in. I'm looking forward to this concert. I was already going, but now I'm actually looking forward to it. And now my buddy Always Night, who you may see in some of the comments here, he has committed to coming down to LA to go to the show as well. So it's going to be a good time. So with all that being said, let's check out Reminiscence and see what's going on here. Also, just a real quick backstory. I guess it's not really a backstory, but setting the scene here. Reminiscence is like a story told about an event that has happened, of course, by the narrator. And the verb to reminisce means to think back on something, to remember or recall something. So I'm curious how this song is going to play out in regards to that title and the meaning of that word. We do have English subs, so that's nice. Hey girl, what up? Oh, that was not the beat I was expecting her to come in with. Okay, a little softer feel with this one. Which makes sense, given the title. You can tell she's hiding the power, but she's got a little vibrato there.
마치 얼어버린 사람처럼 나는 올라서 있던 거지. 달빛이 숨어 흐느끼고 있네.
Oh, there it is. I wasn't sure if it was gonna stay soft. Love that she's showing the power and the restraint in the same song. Oh yeah, infusing a little soul in that electric guitar now. This has an element of blues to it here with the just like I said, like emoting with the guitar. Really talented, the vocalist here. Ooh, right on cue. Right after me giving her praise, she, boom, throws in more. Who's that guy? Yes,
묻지
ma'am.
않았지 왜 나를 떠나느냐고 하지만 마음 너무 아팠네
Aww.
이미 그대 돌아서 있는 걸 혼자 어쩔 수 없었지 미운 건 오히려 나였어
They let her show off in this one. Like, she had the power, she had the restraint, she had the vibrato, she had the range. She threw in a little ability to play some piano. She's like, oh, my vocals weren't enough for you? They weren't enough? All right, take some piano. How about that? Is that enough for you? Are you ever going to be happy? Oh, wow, that was impressive. Beautiful song, by the way, and message-wise, I didn't pay a ton of attention to the lyrics until, like, right at the end. And I know that was like a final chorus, so those lines repeated, but the line was something like, you were already gone, and essentially, like, I hated myself. Yeah, this, as far as I could tell from what little attention I did pay to the lyrics on the first playthrough, this is, looking back at a relationship that ended. I don't know, I didn't pay enough attention to know if it ended in a toxic manner, if it ended mutually. It doesn't seem, even just with the couple of lines I caught, doesn't seem like it was a mutual thing because she's talking about hating herself. So yeah, but Jaeyoung, fantastic. Also, I happen to have paused the video on a cheat sheet here. All right, so we got Jaeyoung, Irie, Hyunjung, Aram, and Youngun. Obviously, I'm still trying to learn their names. I'm still getting a little more used to them, a little more every time I see them. So hopefully by May, when I see them live and get selfies with them, I'll actually know who I'm. Excuse me. I'll know specifically who I'm talking to and not just be like. So yeah, let's go back and listen to this one again. And this time we'll pay a little bit more attention to the lyrics. Obviously, video-wise, there's not anything to analyze from like a symbology standpoint or anything like that, except, who the hell was the guy? Is that their manager? That dude looked hella old, so surely he's not the boyfriend she's singing to. But yeah, I don't. Who the hell was he? Like, why is he there? I was a little confused. It was kind of like Rebold, how Rebold was like this amazing song. Everything was going right. And then at the very, very end, it's like, Rebold. Like, oh, super out of place. So yeah, I'm curious. Is he one of the Hans brothers? Somebody let me know. And also more importantly, let me know if he's actually important. Like, is he their manager? Is he their, label CEO? I don't know. I'm curious.
길을 걸었지 누군가 옆에 있다고
Okay, so we're walking down the street.
느꼈을
It's almost like having the ghost of someone with you.
나는 알아버렸네
Because
이미 그대 떠난 후라는 걸
so I didn't even have to remember this line to know what was coming on this. Partly because we did catch the lines at the end, but also because the tone here, and I already told you, if you didn't know, many of you probably did, but for those that didn't, I already mentioned before we even started the video what the title actually means. So we know that we're looking back on an event. And when she says things, I should have brought some water over here. When I felt like someone was next to me, that's foreshadowing clearly that, well, they're not now. At this stage in the song, you know, if you stop right here and you pretend we haven't heard anything else, lyrically, we could be talking about someone who's dead. Like they've passed on and now they're alone. They meaning her. Or it could be a former relationship. It ends up being a former relationship, I'm pretty sure. Also, just from what I've heard, it's very limited sample size. I've heard 3 songs from them. I've reacted to 2 prior to this one. But this sounds vastly different to what I've heard from them. Is this a cover of someone else's song? Or is this actually their song? It might have even been in the credits. I just didn't look. But, I mean, either way, it's fantastic. But I'm curious, did they write this? Did they rearrange this? Is this completely their song? I don't know. But, okay. So we felt like someone was next to me. Then I realized I was all alone. Yeah, they'd already left. Sorry to pause again so quick. The tone of the song here at the opening is so melancholic, and it really gives you that almost nostalgic feeling that they're going for with the title. Like, I'm looking back on the past events of my life, and so there's not this really upbeat music there. There's not anything super powerful. It's deliberately dialed down and almost withdrawn to pull you in as the listener. Like, I've talked about this on the channel before. You know, if you're someone who yells a lot, or if you speak very loudly on a constant basis, but then you start whispering like this, and you start bringing it down a little bit, people start to tend to pay more attention in those moments, because why? The dynamic has shifted. So this seems like a song where they might throw it in the set list, either maybe to give themselves a little bit of a break, not a ton, because they do have the energy as we go into the song, like after this intro, but it also could be something where, I don't know if they do anything like outfit changes like idols do at their concerts. If so, then this would be a perfect time to do that, like after they've done a change. If not, then just like I said, like kind of after the high dynamics of a couple of high energy songs, maybe we bring it down a little bit and have this more almost heartfelt type of vibe. I could definitely see that. So it got cold all of a sudden because the warmth of that person that she thought was there isn't there. And of course, it turns out it's just a memory. Also, if you think of, well, that phrase I mentioned earlier, like having the ghost of someone there, a lot of times that feeling is a cold feeling too, not just a literal cold, but an emotional cold. And here she's talking about an emotional cold. Okay. Overcome with loneliness and sadness. The moonlight sobbing in secret, like right as we're about to go into like picking up the energy here, that is such a poetic line, man. The moonlight sobbing in secret. Dang. Okay. Again, I don't know who wrote this and if it was them or not, but I like that one. She remembers the one who left. All the memories are like flooding back in that moment. Wait, was I didn't ask? See, I need to see how the lyrics are structured. I think this I didn't ask is the first line of verse 2, but I don't know if I didn't ask is actually the last line of the chorus. I guess we'll find out if I remember to look for it as the chorus comes back again. I feel like it's probably the first line of verse 2 though, because it connects more with the message. Like, I didn't ask why you were leaving me. So this part here, she's talking essentially about, like, the person's already made up their mind. Like, she didn't bother asking because there was nothing she could do. It's kind of like, as a quick personal story, I was married once upon a time, and my wife left. And I actually did ask her, and she gave me some cliche reasons I won't go into for this video, but the point is, I didn't offer to do much. Like, I tried to do things, you know, to show that I still cared and everything, but I didn't say, like, hey, let's go to marriage counseling or anything like that, because she had already made up her mind. Like, there was at that point, there was no bringing her back. And so that's the same type of mentality that she's singing about here. Like, I didn't bother asking because your mind was made up. You were leaving no matter what I did at this point. That line right there, rather, I was the one I hated. So she hated herself. I don't know if it was because she hated her weakness for not bringing up, like, asking it anyway, or if she's saying that she's the one that she hated because she finds that maybe she was mostly at fault here, or maybe they've made her believe she was the one at fault, or maybe she hated her own powerlessness to stop the person from leaving in the first place. Regardless of which interpretation of that you go with, it's very relatable if you've been in that position. So yeah, I can relate to this one personally. So very, very sad, but also, I wouldn't say healing, but being able to look back on it and acknowledge how you felt and acknowledge that that's in the past and not how you have to feel now. And I think that's essentially what we're getting at here in this song. Wailing on us. Love how she's opening up her throat and her mouth and letting the sound be more resonant. As she goes up for those higher notes, she's crescendoing, she's opening up, it's becoming more full-bodied, and then as she hits the top of that note, she's like pinching it off, and it has like that not quite nasal sound, but it does have like a little more of a squeakiness to it. It's a really nice technique that she's using to infuse emotion into this delivery. And then you just have her going off like this. And, okay, wait. The 3-minute and 1 second mark. That's where shit gets weird. Where did he come from? Why did he come from? To where might he go? Like, leave, sir. You're not needed here. I don't know what role you have here. And frankly, even if you're the one who wrote the song or if you're the band manager, I don't care. Like, that's cool. Appreciate you. Get out of the video. not being super weird. He's just sitting there. Oh, wait. So I didn't ask why you were leaving me. Is that all still the chorus? I thought that was the beginning of the second verse. But musically, like construction wise, you wouldn't start another verse with the same lines as a previous verse, mostly. So either that was a post chorus that she's now using as an outro, or that was all still part of the chorus. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I don't have like how the lyrics are broken down in front of me.
하지만 마음 너무 아팠네.
Nice little tickle of the ivory there.
그대 돌아서 있는 걸 혼자 어쩔 수 없었지.
She's looking like a star in this.
이룬 건 오히려 나였어.
I at least expected that dude to start clapping or something. Like, I said he wasn't being weird, he's just sitting there, but just sitting there is also a little weird. Wait, is that a Ko Guangpyo? Well, it's definitely not the advisor. I don't know. Maybe, well, this is also, okay, it's produced by, maybe he's the producer. It's arranged by Hong Seung-go and Rolling Quartz. So, special guest Kim Chang-hoon from San Woolim. Is that the label, like Woolim Entertainment? I don't know who this is. He's obviously important enough to be a special guest. Somebody, I know I'm kind of just ranting about him at this point, but somebody let me know who the hell this guy is and why he's there. But beyond that, this is the answer to one of the questions. They did not write this. They arranged it. So it is a cover. I'm curious what the original sounds like. And I don't know that I'm going to go find it, because with this being the version that I've heard, I kind of want this to be the version I know. This was lovely and powerful, so I kind of think I might want to keep it that way. Alright guys, that was Reminiscence by Rolling Quartz. Shout out again for the request to Snake Whisperer 1. Thank you so much. And shout out to the patrons. Thank you guys for your support. If you're not familiar with Patreon, the link is in the description below. Head over there, check all that stuff out. There's a lot of stuff there that I can't put here, with more stuff coming. Also, patrons get guaranteed prioritized requests into the top of the queue every month. Link to that queue is in the description, as well as a link to PayPal. If you want to sponsor a request, but you don't want the benefits of Patreon, you want to get that request bumped to the top of the list, then you can do what Snake Whisperer did and sponsor the request through the PayPal link. So feel free to take a look at any and all of that. Thank you guys for being here. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care, everybody.